What's up guys, it's Astronomic here again, and I'm bringing you another episode in my weekly hero showcase. This week it comes to you courtesy of Thomas Yoon, who's requested that I cover Hukulu. As you can see, Hukulu is my latest avatar. I like him, he's a pretty cool guy, I like how he rolls, you know, he looks pretty funky. So yeah, I'm going to cover Hukulu, show you what's good about him. So first question is probably, how do you get Hukulu? You get Hukulu from the expedition, right here where it says redeem. You have to pretty much pick between Brute and Hukulu. I will be covering Brute next week because Brute and Hukulu between them are two heroes that you really want to be getting. If I'm perfectly honest, I think in early game, right when you're starting off, you should probably focus on Brute more. I think he'll give you more all-round potential, whereas Hukulu is kind of geared more towards arena. But yeah, if you're stuck between the two and you're not getting enough tokens to get both, I would go with Brute, but certainly try and get Hukulu as quickly as possible because he is a really good hero. So let's go over Hukulu's skills. Okay, so Hukulu has 4 skills. Jinx and Manacles, they're the two that everyone tends to think are really awesome in Arena, and oh my god, they're so cool. But I'm not that fond of them. I guess they're okay. They can be useful, but they're a little bit temperamental. So first of all, we have Channel Skyfight, just a bog standard DPS trigger. Hit it, does some damage, hits a few enemies. Yeah, all happy days, pretty good. You know, you can't love it or hate it. It just does its job. Nice. Like I say, Jinx, transmute enemies into small creatures temporarily. While Jinx, they cannot use skills. Hit guaranteed to hit targets below. So yeah, you get the idea. Jinx and Manacles basically do the same thing. Look, capture enemy units in a possessed shackle, preventing them from attacking, moving, or using skills. They both, all they do is they shut down enemy heroes, which sounds great, and don't get me wrong, it can be fantastic. The thing is that this is both, see these two things right at the start, auto trigger. And the problem with this is that it can just come at any time. You can't, there's no skill to this, you can't time it. You can't see the enemy hero and he's about to launch his massive attack on your team and go, oh no, I'm going to jinx him. You literally are just relying on pure luck that one of these two skills will activate when you need them, and it will shut down the enemy hero that you need shutting down. Basically, it's effectively 2 dice rolls. You know, first you dice roll in on whether it's going to actually launch, and then you dice roll in that it'll hit the right hero. So don't get me wrong, it sounds like I'm slating Hukulu. It's not. The two are much better than a lot of other heroes, which potentially could even have one, not even that. But my main selling point of Hukulu, and the thing I think he really benefits with bringing to the team, is the Demon Adders. Summons 3 serpents to attack surrounding enemies. The guard gets 8,750 point HP, 1,276 point physical attack. This is what I think is great about Hukulu, or his adders. He summons them at the start of the fight, so you don't have to worry about them coming later in the game, or you don't have to worry about him getting his trigger meter up to full before he can launch them. And because there's 3 of them, it's like, imagine Renpor's minion on steroids. That's the best way to describe it. 1,276 point physical attack. Compare that to Renpor, which is this one. Oh, doesn't even say. That's kind of annoying. Well, with Renpor, to give you an idea, his physical attack is 2,679. So that's pretty much how much he's going to be doing, minus defenses and stuff. So if we look at Hukulu, his minions are effectively, they've got about half of his physical attack, but there's 3 of them. 3 of them. So they're going to be doing more damage than most heroes, those 3, between the 3 of them. And in addition to that, you've then also got Hukulu himself, who has a lovely 1,913 spell power. So, you know, between them, you're going to have a lot of damage pumping out there. It is more sustained damage, like you need to kind of be in a long fight to make sure that he gets full use of it. So stuff like boss fights, an example, where you can know that he's going to be able to sit there with his adders and just fire them out. Hukulu's great. Arena battles, where if you think the arena battle is going to be quite extended, which in this metagame always is, so he's really good for that. And like I say, don't get me wrong, those two shutdown skills can be lifesavers. They may save your bacon in arena at some point. But all I'm saying is just don't rely on them. Don't get those two thinking, oh my god, Hukulu, yeah, with his two shutdown skills. If you rely on them, you're only going to be disappointed. That's my main thing. Okay, so let's take him into a battle so you can see. I'm still farming for my icy armor, so sorry guys, but that's the one that we're doing today to cover. Yeah, let's just jump in. All I'm going to do is I'm going to switch Dean for Hukulu. I think that's probably going to be the fairest way to do things. I don't really have to showcase anything for you with this one. I didn't want to show you any tactics like I did with the Dean episode on Wednesday. So I'm really just going to go auto on this just to make it a fair DPS race. He does have advantages in dungeons, whereby obviously he'll summon the 3 serpents at the start of every single wave. So you've got 3 waves, so he'll do it 3 times. You know, you're not wasting them by him summoning it at the start and then not getting them again. And him himself, he will sort of do okay damage, not amazing, but like I say, between him and his minions, he'll be pumping out quite a bit. Plus, you've got the badass aspect that, look at his snakes. He's got 3 snakes just spitting venom at people. I mean, who doesn't love that? He's got a frog on his shoulder. You can't hate a guy that's got a frog on his shoulder. He's just pretty cool dude. He knows what's what. He's one of those people that he's got to that stage in life. He's like, yeah, you know what? I know who I am. I'm not afraid of it. I walk around carrying frogs on my shoulder. That's just what I do. That's how I roll. And I've got to respect that. I've got to respect that. He deserves a spot on my team if he wants to walk around with that much swag. So let's see. Is he gonna have beaten Magnus? I'm gonna say not, but then I'm gonna look really bad because it is a video supposed to be showcasing him. So, and I'm not believing in him. Let's see. Oh, he did. Oh, he did by 500 DPS. He beat him. I'm so sorry, Herculu, for ever doubting you. He just beat Magnus, which obviously you've seen as a pretty fair DPS race. Now, Magnus is a little bit low level, but you know, Herculu's only 3 stars. I only got him about a week ago, so yeah, I'd say that's a pretty fair DPS race actually. And in the longer fights, you'll see Hukulu really stand out as like boss fights and stuff. He'll really start to pull away when his minions just get to do DPS all fight long. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Not happy that I've just looked like I betrayed my own hero. Sorry, Hukulu, you are cool, man. But yeah, that's it for Hukulu, guys. That's what I was trying to say. So it's going to be another week to my next one, I'm afraid. I just did the special one this week because I had quite a few requests. Next week I'm going to be going back to my usual routine, so I'll be releasing next Saturday. I'll be doing the Wednesday ones for your dungeon guides, but next Saturday will be our next hero showcase. And I'll be doing Brute. Someone on the forums suggested that I did Brute, and quite a good idea, to be honest. I think a lot of newbies coming into the game, they just completely miss Brute and don't realise how its potential. To give you an idea, Brute's still my main tank. You know, I stopped using Athos a long time ago. I've got Aldros, don't find him as useful as Brute. I think, you know, Brute's just got massive potential all around. He's good in arena, good in competitions. But yeah, I'll go over that more next week. I'll give you an idea of how I use Brute and some stuff about him. So yeah, I'll see you next week, guys. Next Saturday, where I'll be releasing my Brute episode. But until then, catch you later.